So, welcome everyone. It's great to have everybody on the call here this evening. Um, I'm excited to be doing this call with my co-host and my very dear friend Kathy Gage. I'm sure a lot of you know Kathy Gage already, and if you haven't, then please, if you get a chance, get to know her. She's a fabulous, fabulous leader. She's a lot of fun, and she is a regional vice president, RVP in this company. And so, to get to some of these ranks is not an easy task. And so, you got to be dedicated, you've got to put in the work, and you've got to stay plugged in and stay connected. And so, when we talked about this call and talked about something that could be beneficial to the team, we thought we'd Kathy and I would talk about a little bit tonight about the importance of staying plugged in to achieve success. So, welcome, Kathy. Great to have you on the call.
Thank you, Terry. And the first thing I want to say is I apologize for that comment about presidents. It was a joke. It was probably a bad joke, but I just want to apologize. It wasn't putting politics in the meeting. It was just trying to be funny, but I guess it wasn't funny. So
Well,
let's continue on.
hey, what do they say? Politics and religion are two topics that are difficult at times. But
You're right.
I'm grateful to be able to spend some time in Florida, spend some time here with teammates that have decided and are working hard and are staying plugged in. And so that's one of the topics about what we want to talk about is some of the things that uh, we believe you should be doing on a regular basis if you are looking to achieve a certain degree of success in this business. And so, as leaders, Kathy and I have developed some things over the years, and things that we expect and try to initiate with our teammates so that we can create duplication of some sort. Because let's face it, everybody wants the information, and sometimes it takes effort to get the information. And we know that not everybody is on social media, right, Kathy? Not everybody's, using Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook. And so we try to educate people on the importance of maybe starting to use some of these things to stay plugged in. And I know that you know, a lot of times the corporate has had trouble with emails. People sometimes get them, they don't get them, and it's very, very frustrating. Maybe it's something that you haven't white labeled. I didn't realize, believe it or not, Kathy, that if you don't answer a corporate email through Gmail after a while, they can remove it from your regular and send it back to your junk again
That's correct.
if you haven't done it. So maybe we could talk a little bit about Kathy as we get started, sort of, you know, what we think that people should be doing with regards to sort of first steps when you come in here, and what you should be teaching your people are the common steps so that we can, make sure that people get the information. Because a lot of times, we post something for a team call or an opportunity call or whatever, just to remind people. And, I get probably 8 to 10 messages every time I do that of where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? How do I find the link? And so we just want to remind people of some of the steps and some of the responsibilities that you have in order to make sure you get the information. Because my intention, and I'm sure Kathy as an RVP, is not to not have you have the information. It's imperative that you do have it. So it's incumbent upon some of you people to take the steps necessary in your business to get the information and to know where that information is. And why that's important is because as you have new people in, you have to educate them on where to find the information. So, Kathy, what are some of the things you do with your people when you first bring them in with regards to the different areas that they can find information in your organization.
Okay, first of all, when we first started, it was really different because we didn't have all the resources that we have now, but we still built an amazing business. Um, it's too easy for people to say, I can't find it, I can't do it. You know what? This business is all about going out there, talking to people. If you can't get on a meeting, you're not going to suffer. If you're still continuing to go out there, build your business by doing your own meetings and creating home parties or however you sell your product. It's all about going out there and talking to people. And that's how we built our business right from the beginning when we had literally nothing. And now I don't even know if this is a topic that we're gonna have to discuss that much longer, Terry, because our app is going to be launching very soon. And that is going to make it so much easier for everybody to be able to stay connected because now there's going to be a spot in the app where you can put all your team is going to be in there, your front line, your down line, your customers, and you're going to be able to message them when you want. So if you decide that you're going to have a Zoom meeting, maybe they're not on Facebook or maybe they're not on social media. Well, most people that are running a business has Zoom. So either you can email them and give them the link to the Zoom or update them through email. So it's just going to be so much easier for us when the new app comes in. So this is kind of a hopefully a dead subject as where you're going to be able to get the information much easier, much quicker from your uplines as well as the corporate, because corporate is going to have all the information one click away instead of having to worry about getting your emails because now it's all going to be in the app. So that's my take on it, Terry.
Yeah, well, I think the issue still is you have to go to the app. The
Oh,
information may be there, but you still have to go to the app and open, no different than you have to go to your email and whatever. Now, with every new technology, we always know, Kath, that there will be a learning curve. There will be glitches. There will be issues. That's just the nature of the beast. But I think, the biggest thing that I wanted to put across to people tonight is the importance of staying plugged in and knowing, you want the information. It's not up to me to get it to you personally. It's up to me to place it as a leader in this company in areas where you know where to go and find it. And so, we want to be able to, and we want to be able to not only tell our current associates that are coming in and our current team that here are the areas that you need to go on a daily basis if you want to grow this business and be successful. It's very, very important that you stay plugged into everything about your business. Now, everything, is a fairly far and wide range, but what I mean by that is corporate webinars. When corporate comes on, you want to be plugged in because there's new things that are told, and I get constantly asked, "Is it recorded? Is it recorded? Is it recorded?" I'm not doing the webinar, so I don't necessarily know whether it's recorded. And if it is, we always place it in our groups. There is trainings like showing up and staying plugged into your team trainings, like the Pagination training tonight. We do our best as leaders to bring you value so that you can pass it on to your team members and educate them. We have our Facebook groups that we use. I don't know how many times I still get, where's the link for the opportunity meetings? The opportunity meetings that are corporately run. Steve Schultz, who's a regional vice president of this company as well, hosts one, and Terry Newsom, who's corporate as well, and another gentleman by the name of Eric Leclerc. These webinar or these presentations are every Monday and every Tuesday and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Your job is to become a professional inviter and get people on those calls. And I can't stress enough how important it is to get the link as it's the same every week and save it in your notes, save it in a file, save it somewhere so that you know where it is every week. It's not only tiring for you, I'm sure, is to go, oh, where's that link? Where did I see that link again? Did I see it in, oh, was it in Facebook or was it an email? The link is the same every week. Those are two calls every week that you need to be aware of and where the links are so that when you invite somebody to go and they want to go on the call and they want to learn about our technology, then you know exactly where the link is. So you can copy and paste and send that link to them. Now, Kathy, I don't know. I know you have a team group as well on Facebook. Our bigger team group is Patchination here,
Mhm.
and you know, I had one experience in this business where I was doing a call and the link was put out on somebody's Facebook, and some rogue people got in and hijacked the call, and it was very traumatic on a lot of people, including me. And now I do everything in my power to protect the field, to protect our integrity, to protect what we're teaching. And one of the things with the Pagination group um, is I still see invitations expiring, expiring, expiring because people bring their team in and they just invite their team to the Pagination group without letting their team know that they've sent them an invitation and that you only have 24 hours to accept the invitation and you will be prompted to put in your associate ID number. The reason I do that is so that we know that it's a true associate and not some rogue person that is trying to get in and hack the group. So we have to protect that. So it's very, very important that when you're inviting teammates, I don't care how big your team is, doesn't matter. But these are channels of information that you are responsible of making sure that your team gets. Now, some people get the emails, some people don't. Some people used to get them, some people now don't get them. It's a willy-nilly. The app is going to be fabulous, we hope. We pray that the app will be there for the balance and duplication of all of us. Compliance is a huge issue, right? The nice thing about the app, we'll have stuff in the app that's compliant. The nice thing is email is not 100%. So the app, any corporate announcement, corporate calls, corporate information will be loaded into the app. But again, I will take everything that's in the app that's promoted through corporate or whatever, and it will be still placed into the team pages. What if somebody couldn't find their phone and the app is on their phone? But they were able to, jump on their computer quickly and jump onto Facebook or whatever and find the information. Um, I think it's very important to have the information in more than one place. I think it's very important that you are responsible to, get your new people hooked into the system of what we use, the areas we use, the areas that we're using to convey the information. If you have somebody that wants to build, obviously, then we have a Pagination WhatsApp group. Add your people to the WhatsApp group. Everything is posted in the WhatsApp group as well for those that aren't necessarily on Facebook. But here's the groups that we have on Facebook. We've got the Pagination Facebook group. Now, other leaders have their own groups. That's fine. That's no problem. But I think it's better to be in, um, this Pagination group because it's the bigger realm of things. Doesn't mean you can't be in other groups. But as long as you've got a couple of places where you can go and look, because also leaders, Kathy backs me up, I back Kathy up. If I've posted something that is maybe lacking integrity because I made a mistake or at understanding something, she corrects me, or I might point out something to her. And then we can correct it very, very quickly. But we have our Patchination Facebook group. We have our Super Patch testimonials group. So when you have somebody new that joins, it's really important to get them on the Super Patch testimonials group because it's a tool. It's a tool in your toolbox. People can actually go in and search different issues, balance, dizziness, increased power, different phrases like you would use in Google, and then you can see stories and you can share those stories. And if you have people in the group that you're adding, then you can tag them. If it's a prospect, get the prospect in the group so that they can be tagged in something that they may want to be improved upon. Um, I think that's one of the first things you do, Kathy, is getting the new people and prospect people into the testimonials group. I think it's a powerful group for your group, is it not?
Absolutely, yeah. No, the testimonials group is amazing. It shows people that there's people being helped. And when you can tag them in something that they're having an issue with, how powerful is that, that they can see, oh, somebody's already been helped with this. So now all of a sudden they're more interested, and the chances are they're going to reach out to you and say, you know, I seen that so and so was helped. Do you think this will help me? Well, let's try it.
Yeah.
So the testimonial page is very powerful.
Yeah, and I mean, it speaks volumes. There's almost 73,000 people in there. That's a lot of testimonials. And so it brings credibility. The other one that we just recently started was it's called SP, as in Super Patch, SP Post Ideas. And the idea of that group is so that you can take copy and paste or use any of the images out of that group. You can edit the content and you can use that on your own personal social media profiles and channels. Because a lot of times we're not the creative geniuses. We have trouble thinking what we want to post. And I encourage those that have posted something on your personal um, social media channels to copy and paste it and put it in the Super Patch Post Ideas group for others to use. The more we all get people interested, the more we're all posting great stuff that has brought lots of likes, lots of comments, or whatever, the more we're all going to help each other in bringing awareness to this product and to these technologies. So, getting your people, your teams, you included, it's just SP Post Ideas. So you can search it. It's totally an open group, or you can copy and paste the link from the group if you're in it and send it to your people. So those are really, really important things. As I said, if you use WhatsApp and you have people that are truly wanting to have the information and have another area to look other than Facebook because they may not be that active on Facebook, then get them into the Patchination WhatsApp group. We post everything that we possibly can. I know Kathy does it. I know some of my leaders in the groups post stuff right away as soon as they see it in there. And so we're all sort of helping each other to be consistent with the system on what we're using so that it becomes second nature to us. Um, the thing is, I think that, staying plugged in is really important. And it's not necessarily just staying plugged in to everything Super Patch. It's staying plugged in to your own personal growth. Whether that's motivational stuff that you're listening to, mentors that you're listening to, um, accountability groups that you may want to be in or may want to join with a few people on your team so that you can, be accountable. We have a great, in the files tab on the Patchination, we've got a great accountability sheet. And it's, nice to be accountable to others, but the number one person you want to be accountable to is you. You know, if you're going after this and you want this, then it's very important that you stay plugged in. And I'm not saying that, you know, this is something that, you know, you have to stay plugged in 24/7. Turn on the notifications for your group, just shut the noise off. And it comes up as a red dot on your notifications, but you don't get the bings and the bongs and the dings and the dongs on your phone all day long. Just shut the sound off on those notifications for that group if you want. But the information is there. I encourage you to go and look in these groups every single day. And I think that you'll find yourself more at ease. You'll start to make sure that your people are in the groups so that they can get the information, because a lot of people I know have said to me, man, oh man, I'm getting, you know, calls and text messages as soon as the call's going, because I don't have the link and I don't know where to get it. And the link is always in the Pagination group. It's always posted as soon as one of the leaders in our organization get that link. It's kind of like a race. We all race to get it in there and put it in the featured tab. So it's always there. The information is always available. You just have to know where to get it. And my job or any other leader's job is just to direct you where to get it. It's not my job to get the information for you necessarily every time there's a link. And you'll find that out if you have a small team and then your team grows. You don't have the time to be copy and pasting and messaging and sending emails and doing whatever for people to get a link when the link's already been posted in the team. I hope people understand that. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because we have to run our businesses effectively and efficiently. It's important that we do that. How do
And
you
I
feel, Kathy?
I think Terry, it's important also to talk about, and we did say that we were going to talk about this and about events and staying plugged in. The big thing about staying plugged in, and I know we just come out of conference and a lot of people showed up, you know, like almost 1,500. It was the biggest event we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But the great thing about events is, okay, you may not have been able to come this year, but plan on being there next year. Events are so important. And I want to say it because the new, the Mexico trip is coming out, an email for the qualifications are coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
February does qualify. So it's important that, you know, you work at that and try and get there because events are very important. It's not because of the lights, it's not because of the stage, it's not because of the location. I mean, it is nice to be in Mexico, but because events are where belief gets bigger, and belief is everything in this business. You can learn from videos, you can learn from Zooms, you can learn from trainings, but there is something different about going and being in the room. In the room, you realize this is real. This is possible. And I belong here. When you see ordinary people doing extraordinary things, something shifts inside of you. Sometimes we say we want more income, more freedom, more impact. But until you see what's possible, your vision stays small. At events, you see people who started where you are. You hear stories of struggle, doubt, fear, and then breakthroughs. And suddenly your dream feels doable. That's so powerful. And we've just seen that at conference. It's just amazing when you come home and you're like empowered, and confidence doesn't come from knowing everything. When you're in the room, it's the energy, it's meeting other leaders, it's connecting with your team. It's realizing success isn't for special people. It's for each and every one of us. It's for people who stay and decide not to quit. And you leave different than when you come.
100%. And Kathy, I don't know one leader that has ever missed a conference. I've never missed a conference. Not only are conferences fun, they are so educational, and as you said, your belief is just absolutely solidified because you see such a varied range of people that have accomplished successes, right? And
Yeah.
so you get to speak and you get to rub shoulders with other people that have done it and are doing it and ask questions and and the learning that you have because I truly believe one of the daily things that I try to do every day is learn something. I've always said, the only room in my house is the room for improvement. And, we get people that said, oh, been there, done that, been there, done that. And, you know, I'll never, ever, I pray that I'll never, ever stop learning. Events, you learn so much. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn about the community and the culture that we're building, that we're immersed in. You make friends, lifelong friends, so if
Well, I think it's important, Terry. You don't become a leader when you hit rank. You
no,
become a leader when you make leadership decisions. You, as leaders, you show up. Leaders invest. Leaders set examples. And that's the important thing about here. Leaders do show up to the events. Your team will do what you do, not what you say. If events are optional to you, they'll be optional to them. If events are a priority to you, they'll become a priority to your team. That's how culture is built.
yeah, and on another note, showing up to team meetings every week,
Mhm.
showing up to the calls is important. It's kind of like to compare it with, for those that are faithful people on the call here, Christian people, you go to church every week to renew your faith, to build it back up again. You go to hear, the love that your neighbor shares. So network marketing, showing up to these meetings and showing up to these calls and making sure your team does, is all about building your belief, building your faith in what you're doing. It's important that all of us get together and do that. And, I think that one of the biggest things that I always feel is that, you know, as soon as I think what's really important, you learn more after you think you know it all. I think once you think you know it all, is where you fall down, and I think you learn more after you think you know it all. And reading, going into our back office and reading, going in and reading our policies and procedures, taking the time to read, uh, because reading is learning, and reading is growing, and then I don't think any of us can ever learn enough, especially
No,
in this business. And so, as you said, Kathy, true statement. What you do, your team is going to do, right?
exactly.
And the amazing thing about this business that I love, there are so many different people that have been successful in this business. They're not all educated, crazy. They're different ages. They're men, women, young people, older people have been successful in this business. Why? Because they show up, they stay plugged in, they've made a decision that they're going to do it. And I think that's key. And how does that come about? How does that help you? By showing up to events, by doing whatever you can next year to put the money away today. I don't care whether you put $20 a week away to get there, to get to events. If there's a local event in your area, grab a couple friends, take them to the event, show up. It's so very, very, very powerful. And I think that when you do that, it gives you time to reflect. It gives you time to reflect on the experience. And I think that, reflection a lot of times turns experience into insight. It gives you insight. And I think that that's a really, really important thing because you go and you can sit back and you can reflect and say, okay, I went to this event. Man, it was fun. We had a great event. We danced at the party at night. We put on our costumes. We laughed. But what did I really learn from what I just experienced? What did I learn? So you can reflect upon that and decide what you learned and pass that on to your teammates. And I know that what I learned at the last event is that we've just gotten started. We've just gotten started. This company is going to go to the moon. And that we can say, we can actually sit here, people, and say we are recommended by thousands of doctors. That's a truth we can all hang our hat on. Where did we learn that? At the event.
Yeah.
The feeling you get at the event and the belief that you get, I can't possibly share that with you.
No.
You have to experience that. If you
Just
don't
being,
experience,
just being a part of Terry, just being a part of the speakers that were on stage, getting not only listening to them on stage because they are so powerful and we learn so much, and the breathing exercises and the workout that Mark McDonald did for us, and like
yeah,
it was a full packed weekend, let me tell you. But not only that, you get to meet these doctors, when they're walking around, and you get to talk to them and you get to know them. So when you're actually out there talking about, we're recommended by thousands of doctors, you can say, you know what, I met so and so, and this is her story, and it's more authentic.
yeah, it really is.
It's more powerful.
Yeah, it's just, I wish that I could, at the time when I'm there and I know teammates and friends aren't there, I wish you could experience my emotion when I'm there, but I can't possibly share what I feel and I can't possibly portray how important these events are and
Yeah.
how, Norm, I'm gonna ask you to unmute just for a second, Norm. This was one of your first big events that you ever went to in Vegas.
Yep. Can
Share,
you hear me okay?
yeah, we can hear you fine. Share a couple thoughts about what you feel the importance for you was with this event in Vegas.
Oh, it's validation. Like even though, we go on these calls and we're helping people, you still have people out there that don't believe. And going into something like this where there's 1,500 people in the room and you're listening to doctors and the smartest people, the brightest minds tell you this actually works. It's I don't know, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Let me ask you, would you miss another one?
No.
No.
No, while I was there, I was always already thinking that I'm going to the next one for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, Norm. That was
No
great. It was
problem.
great to see you there. So again,
I mean, we also want to say, Terry, that, we understand that not everybody can, there's always some reasons why you can't be there. But if you stay plugged in, we're saying if you absolutely try everything that you can to be there and you still can't, we're not crapping on you. If
no,
you're
not at all.
if
No.
you're still here and you're on the team calls and you're trying to learn and you're sharing the patches, good for you.
Yeah.
Power. That's
100%.
power.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always mitigating circumstances for sure. I had a few people on my team that got sick. Paul Vanavan, my very dear friend, he ended up getting a slot to have an operation on. He couldn't miss it. And so although he had his ticket already bought, everything done, it's just life. It's just life. And we all run that gamble. Believe it or not, we all do. But if you can, I'm telling you, you'll come back and you will want every one of your teammates with you at these events. Eric Worre says that whatever teammate you have at an event, their belief will be built so bad that the average in the network marketing industry is that person will make you $1,000. That's based on data. So if you got 10 of your teammates, 10 in your organization there, you're looking at that number, 10 grand. So it's all about belief. It's bringing people into the realm of what we that have been here for a long time continue to believe, and that's why we attend events. And so, my message tonight is to do your best to stay plugged in. Learn something new about your back office every day. Learn your business. Hit the drop down windows. Click on stuff. If you click on something and it's, you don't get it, ask. If you click on something, it's not going to send you to the moon. It's not a wrong button. There's no wrong buttons in there. Get in there, use it. Check out the new website. The new website is dynamite. There's really exciting things coming with the app. So all I wanted to say tonight, and Kathy and I wanted to say for everybody here, do your best to stay plugged in. Learn the sites, the websites that are all your URLs. Learn them. Learn where stuff is. I save everything in notes. Everything. If somebody wants to know, hey, what's this all about? I know exactly where the John Brinkus video is. I know right exactly where the 2 minutes. Notes on iPhones are the greatest thing in the world, because you can create areas where you can just go in and boom, copy paste a link, send it to somebody instantly.
I think, Terry, we should actually take a minute and talk about the AI in our back office now, because talk about being plugged in. You can't always get a hold of Terry, myself, or your upline or whoever. And the AI bot, we're just getting messages in here saying how great it is. And you can ask that AI anything. The only thing it won't do is place an order, because it keeps credit cards. But ask it anything and it will answer you. So if we're not here or you can't get an answer, get in your back office, type it out into the AI chat and get your answer from there. So there's no more reason to not be plugged in anymore and not get your answers, because between your uplines, your teammates, your AI chat box, and the new app.
Boy, Kathy, I heard a funny story. I was talking to an associate, and she went into the AI chat box, and the AI said, "You're right. We will get a hold of the office and have this corrected." So the AI knew more than the human.
Oh, that's funny.
So they actually corrected something in the customer registration profile box. So, and the AI box was the one that said, "Yes, this is correct. We will get that corrected." I thought, wow, that's a step for technology for
Well,
sure.
that's awesome, because that's only going to help us again. And the app is going to be active on March 23rd February 23rd for our desktops, but the actual mobile app, I believe, is around March the 2nd. I think Kevin Dugay has his hand up there to talk there, Terry.
You're on, Doogie. Go.
Thanks, guys. Listen, thanks for sharing tonight. I really appreciate it. Guys, just to give you a mindset shift in regards to what Terry and Kath were alluding to, if you've been watching anything lately, you notice that the Olympics are on, okay? So if you listen to some of these Olympians, when they had their dream, and they shared a clip with Sidney Crosby as an example, I think when he was like 8 years old, that what his dream was to be in the NHL. And you had these other Olympians going where there is no National Hockey League, it was to get to the Olympic Games. And it started like at the age of 5. They are not 5 in the Olympics, trust me.
No.
5-year-olds in the Olympics, unless you're watching, but you're not participating. But what I'm trying to get to is that in this business, if you approached it like an Olympian, a professional
We lost you, Kev.
a profession of any way. I work on my business. I work on my craft. I practice every day. We had this with John Maxwell. He says, every day I write. Every day. I haven't missed a day in decades. Why? As Terry alluded to, I'm always learning, and you will stop learning, as an FYI. So if you take those little steps, every day I'm going to do one thing, and you just keep taking that one step every day. You never take a day off in this business. You're always doing something, aka personal development, as an example. But some days you do more, some days you do less. But every day you're doing something. You're like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
They practice every day. If you take this concept and you apply it to your Super Patch journey, I assure you that when you look back next year on Family Day, next year you look back over what happened from last year's Family Day to this year, you'll see a difference. Why? Because you took steps forward. And so that's all we can do in this journey. So as you take the little steps, everybody takes different steps because everybody has a different sense of urgency, as I call it. Especially if you're getting a little bit older like me. It's like, I'm on the other side of the clock, And so we're on the other side of the clock. It's like we're all on some clock. But taking those steps every day will move your business forward. And as a leader, what Kathy was talking about, people watch what you do. I was on a call with several teammates today. What are you doing? I'm doing something. Oh, if Kev's doing something, I got to do something. Great. Be proactive in everything that you do, and you will find in your own personal development journey, your new people you bring on board, they see what you're doing. They see how you pour into them. Those that put their hand up, hey, I want to play. You work with those. All these components we've learned. It's life-changing on so many platforms. So I encourage you to do something every day that Terry and Kathy talked about. And I can honestly say, I have never taken a day off of doing something to move my business forward or my own personal journey since I started way back when. Because I knew that's what I had to do. So just encourage you as a teammate. You stay around like Norm talked about the environment. You stay around the right people. Your circle gets smaller. Stay around the positive people. Those negative people, lose them. Lose them. Don't waste your time with them.
Yeah.
Stay connected with the right people. Watch what happens. It's amazing what happens. So protect up here. Protect your heart. Work with your teammates. Have your partners back. Have your teammates back. And like Terry said, we are going to change. We are going to change the world with this technology. You just have to keep doing your own little part. And all of us as associates will all get there together as one team. So that's my
Great point. Thanks, Kevin. So true. And I think, the biggest thing is, trust me, guys, when you stay plugged in and when you know that you can go to your teammate or someone on your team and confidently say, here's where you find the link. Please save it in, a notes or whatever so that you know where it is in the future. You're going to feel so much better about your own business being able to 100% confidently be able to traffic direct your people. Because trust me, as your teams grow, and I'm sure that's what you all want because you're all here on this call, as your teams grow, you will not have time to copy and paste and send links through Messenger, through text messages, through email a half hour before a call. So it's very, very important that you learn how to stay plugged in so that you can duplicate that and get your teammates to know where the calls, where the information is that they can receive if they happen to miss out on an email or something. Does that make sense to everybody? Great. Okay, guys, that's been 45 minutes. Kathy, as always, great friend, great leader. It's always great to hang out at events with our teammates, get pictures taken together. I think we had close to 80 people there in our organization, and we had a number of people that couldn't make it. So bravo to all the people that showed up. Sorry, I feel bad for those that were gonna go and couldn't go, and those that didn't make it next year or didn't make it this year. Do your best to plan it now. It will probably be in the same time frame next year. Put it on your calendar. Start putting away a little bit of money, and get your teams to do the same thing. Get them there. Get them to events. You will see a paradigm shift in your people and their thoughts and attitudes if they go to events and stay plugged in. Kathy, finish off.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks so much for inviting me. I love sharing with everybody. If I can say one last remark, one small step, and I don't mean that to be on a meeting or at an event or whatever. I mean one small step towards your business, as in getting new people, sharing the patches. That's how you're going to grow your business, because sometimes people get into the learn, and they don't put any time into their business. So you need to do income producing activities, one small step every day.
Correct. 100%. Great. Okay, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for staying plugged in. And God bless you all. And we'll talk to you again next week. Don't forget, start your invites for the opportunity call tomorrow night. And I think you'll know where the link is. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.